Well, what an amazing hour we've got lined up for you now. John joins us to represent U-Gears, and they are just phenomenal. The models that we have here for you are just absolutely incredible. So intricate, realistic, and John, I'm bowled over. I can't wait what you're going to teach us and show us in this next hour.
These are really unusual. These are different. We're here in January. It's horribly cold outside.
Yeah.
What better could you do than spend a few hours being unbelievably creative and have something beautiful to show for it at the end? U-Gears we've shown on Hochanda before, but the beauty of being, of course, on Hochanda is that we're with the cognoscenti.
Yeah.
We're with people who watch this channel who know about the beauty of model making, understand that craftsmanship is what really counts. And the detail behind these models is really superb.
Yeah.
And we've been on Hochanda before, as I said, but we've got some brand new stuff for you.
Yes,
stuff that is new to Hochanda, new to U-Gears as well.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to showing those to you.
Before the show, John, we were just having a quick chat and you were saying how U-Gears are always coming up with new designs. We're very lucky to have, as you say, those designs on today's show. And also, I couldn't help but your body language. You cast your eyes down. When you were talking about the mechanical nature, the detail,
Yes.
I noticed you glanced down towards this phenomenal engine.
I love this
and it's
one.
a good example to show the detail before we get into the nitty-gritty of the different designs and how they move. And we've got a wonderful shot to show how this moves now. May you do it, John? I'm not going to touch.
This is one of the more complicated models, but I have to say, this is built from a flat pack.
Right.
I mean, look at the curves on those surfaces. Look at the detail of it. And U-Gears, well, the operative word there is gears, because they're all driven.
Yes.
So I need to wind this one up for you.
Okay.
And first of all, I need to check that we have a brake on, because these are all powered by elastic bands inside. Right. There is no glue. Right. There are no nails. Yeah. All of this slots together. So let's put the brake on there. We simply turn this at the top. And we're winding the rubber band as we speak. We can hear the solidity of the noise there. And then place it on the track. This also has a tender, so I'm demonstrating it without the tender. Make sure we're all secured there. And over the front here, I just release the brake. Oh, there we go. There we don't go.
Absolutely fantastic, though, John.
I'm going to have to run it again. The thing is also to say about all of these models is that there we go. Okay, so we didn't take the brake off fully. If I put that on like that, we'll try it one more time. These are all hand-built models. Yeah. They all work with wood. And so, of course, all the surfaces that are running together are ending up needing a little bit of manoeuvrement. Okay. They need to bed in with some of them. And when we have with these, they are brand new models that we've put together for demonstration purposes. What we really need to do is to have models that have been used a few times.
Yes, I understand.
Right, let me try one more time for you.
Okay.
Because I do want to show you these work. All lined up on the track, because we don't want it to come off the track.
Yeah, sure.
There we go, that's better.
Oh, my word. I was ready to catch it just in case.
They're not designed to be models that are supposed to disappear into the distance at high speed. You're not going to be showing these off on long distances. But what is unique about them is that they do move, and they all are powered, not electronically. There are no batteries here. This is all mechanical, geared, run by rubber bands, powered by the units themselves. And as I say, built from a flat pack. Yes,
John, it's absolutely fantastic, and just to hold it, just to see the intricacy and the detail, and as it moves, I won't do a full revolution, but just to see that detail on the wheels and the cogs on the inside, the satisfaction of making something like this and then being able to display it at home is just, I can't even
We've
imagine.
Literally only looked at the movement of that. If I show you the detail of that a little later on, you'll see the amount of intricacy that's built into these things.
We will. We'll fly through what we've got on the show for you. Details are already on the screen for the V-Express steam train there with the tender, and it's £63.99. It's an amazing price for what you're getting. It is extended delivery on the 17th of January. It's 865,942. Your flexi buy is £32 today, £32 next month on your first payment. The treasure box just in front of us is the first one that we're going to look at here, John.
Yeah, the treasure box, we've got an example that's boxed here, but is a really unique model. And a lot of the models we're going to see now are about vehicles and movement and so on. This is about secrecy. There's a secret key to this. So when you build it, you can present it to people, excuse me, and you're going to be able to say, how do you get in here? How do you open this? Because you'll confuse people. They won't know how. There's a specific secret mechanism to it. And the key that we have right at the very top here is positioned in the lid. You take the key out and you can then open the box, but not until you've made the secret movement. That's the magic with this one.
I love that idea. Can we see it working as well? Well, we've got a video here to show it actually
If you actually
working.
see this, somebody else will guide us through it, so you can see. And again, you see all the cogs and the working procedure within it as well.
Okay, let's take a look. And the treasure box details are on your screen now, with John guesting with us to take us through all of the different designs that we've got from UGears and some brand new designs as well. The price on screen is fantastic with a £7 saving. We've got ours in a demonstration display case here, but it will come flat packed for you, ready to put together, and you'll get your box as seen on that last video.
That's how it comes, right, in that box. And the beauty of that, it goes through the post box.
Yes.
So it just delivers, you know, there's no signing for it. The postman can deliver it for you.
Yeah, wonderful. It's 717-468 to order now. And just above, you've got the horse here. And again, just the mechanism of a real live animal. It's a phenomenal detail.
So something we're going to show you on a future show, but again, just proving that it isn't all about mechanics in terms of transport vehicles, stagecoaches and so on. We're looking into the natural world as well, and the horse moves.
Yeah, it's just
so
amazing.
If you're already starting to make some of your UGears kit, if you're already a fan of stuff and you go, well, I've built the steam train and I've done the motorbike and so on, have a go at the model horse, because you will be amazed. And we will show that to you in a future show here on Hochanda.
Yeah, John, just the skeletal makeup, just the fact that that is, you know, a beautiful living thing, and how it's been recreated.
I don't know if you've ever seen Warhorse.
No, I haven't. No,
okay,
tell us more.
If people have seen Warhorse, you'll know that there are puppeteers who make these horses move. And the first time you say, well, I can see people moving the horse. And after 5 minutes, you're going, it's a horse. Yeah. Because they are so brilliant at what they do. And the horse's movement, of course, is remarkably difficult. In fact, boring little fact for you.
Go for it.
Movies. You know, we just we get our phones now, don't we? Take a movie. The first movie was of a horse running.
It was, wasn't it?
And it was done by a man who took on a bet. He said, I want to know, he was a racehorse fanaticist, and he said, he took on a bet with a mate of his, and he said, I want to know whether, when a horse gallops, all its feet are off the ground at one time, because I don't believe they are. Yeah. And a human eye, at that point, we're talking about the 1860s or so, couldn't tell the difference. So he got a photographer to line up a series of threads across a racecourse with cameras on them, and they took 24 shots. And as the horse galloped through the threads, it fired the shutter. So you got 24 different stills. And what they then did was run all those stills together very, very fast, which, of course, creates the first movie.
Create the movie, yeah. To see, I mean, just seeing that, seeing the movement that you'll be able to get on that horse. I can't wait to see it on a future show.
Yeah, we
Cannot
will.
wait.
We will, absolutely.
So, moving on, you've got your details on the screen there for your horse. It's 269343 to order now. And again, I mean, just the detail that you have and the carriage here is just wonderful.
Well, this one, and I'm going to pick it up and show you some of the amazing details with something like this.
Take us through it.
Because we have opening doors. It articulates. Everything moves around it. Can you see? And you can see the detail inside as well. Yeah. Not only that, but you have on the top These cases all held in place with rubber bands, and they are removable as well.
With a movable lid too,
Yes.
I see that. So you're
There you go.
there. Just
So you can open up inside as well.
Wonderful.
At the back, we have the same. And the intricacy of all the carving on the side of the vehicle as well. And all of this is made from a wood that is sustainable.
Right.
Because this is the most important thing. When we're dealing with... how much plastic would people have opened during the course of the last few days?
Let's not even get started. Yeah,
You know?
a lot.
And we're now very, very conscious of the amount of plastic that we have. Well, this is a wood that is a plywood. So it's very, very strong. And to remind you of that, I'm just going to put this down and explain. Plywood comes from the French word plier, which is to cross. And it means you take a wood with the grain that way, you take another sheet and put it that way, and you put another one at 90 degrees to it. And when you bond those together, you create something that's very, very strong. And that's what we've got here. And the plywood here means that when you're pressing things out, the last thing you wanted to do is to break, of course.
No, especially with the fine detail.
We have all of the flat packs, and we'll show you those a little later. They are laser cut. And the plywood itself presses out so beautifully. I'm going to get you to do it to see exactly how simple it is.
Yeah, I'd love to, John. Thank you.
And the intricacy of what you can do when you laser cut stuff is to produce the beauty of this. And we've got 2 horse models right at the very front.
That gives you a taster of the horse that you can buy as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, this moves as well. And underneath, there is our key. And we've got to check that the brake is on. And we simply wind it up.
To design something like this with new designs coming out all the time from New Gears.
It is the thing that is amazing. You may have to move the car.
I will certainly move the car.
Just to make sure that this moves.
There we are.
Our space is a little limited here. There we go.
It's brilliant.
Again, none of these models are going to zip into the middle distance at high speed. If that's the sort of model you're looking for, U-Gears is not for you. But what we love about them is that they're not just stationary. They're working models, powered, as I say, by strength from rubber bands. And they're so intricate that when you're building something, the engineering that goes behind it, and you start off and you go, how am I going to create something like this? And you're building little small boxes and packs, and the realization, the dawning that goes on in your mind of how things go together to create a 3D object like that. And there's a thing our brains do when we're creating things. Number one, when we create stuff, when we create something beautiful from nothing, then we get a little bit of a dopamine hit about the creativity of what we've done from this flat pack that something has created that we can then show off to people. But the other thing you get, of course, is this idea of something that not only sits there and looks pretty, but is engineered to move as well.
Yeah, and you're learning something about that engineering as well, I guess. When you see inside it and you see how it's working, you get that realisation and that enjoyment and satisfaction of creating that. What sort of a project time limit are we looking at then on this?
Again, they vary. I mean, there's degrees of complexity, and it depends where you want to start. The treasure box, I think, is perhaps a more simple model because there is less in the way of tension and there's no rubber bands within the treasure box. It is purely the gears that work with the treasure box, and I would recommend that as a starting point. This one a little more intricate. You're talking a sort of 5 hours or so. And in terms of ages, we recommend, I mean, any age if you're a good craft model maker, but up until about the age of 11, I think you might need a bit of adult assistance. 11 or 12. And the only reason I say that is some of these have axles and spindles that are required, and the spindles, when you insert them to make sure they fit properly, can be a little stiff. And that is why I'd recommend up until about the age of 11 or 12 that an adult is there to help you as well.
Do you know, that's lovely, and I think even beyond that age, it's a lovely bonding experience, maybe with a son or a daughter or a grandson or a granddaughter, to actually get together and actually do a project together, whether they need our help or not. It's nice to get in there.
And then the other thing, we've been talking a lot this year about presents that have no gender assignment to them as well. They're suitable for boys and girls. And one of the things that tends not to happen is girls don't get given models very often. And that's why the treasure box is such a great model as well, for something they might like to try, because it's something they might have a little more interested in than perhaps boys. I hate to begin to assign genders already.
Yeah, but who knows?
But we don't have enough lady engineers. We don't have enough female engineers.
Very good point. I heard something on the radio a few weeks ago exactly to that effect.
Encouraging girls to actually do things which are about construction and building, they're probably better in many ways than the boys are.
They are. yeah, don't say it too many times, but they are.
And there are great jobs out there for them as well. You begin to interest 13, 14-year-olds in this.
Yes.
You know, you'd have no idea where that's going to go and what career path they might therefore follow when they realise they have the ability to do these. Following the instructions is so simple. I really want to show you how brilliant this has all been designed and how easy it is for you to do these, even if you've never made a model before.
Well, there is a good, there's the good encouragement then to do it, even if you never have before, with the freedom price as well, £31.49, including your postage to get the Stagecoach. It's dispatched on the 17th of January, 923117 to order now. The Roadster is, oh my goodness, the detail in this, because you've got the interior and the dashboard, as well as obviously, I say obviously, but it's not until you look, but obviously under the bonnet too. This is fantastic. Oh, yes. Let's pick this up.
Go on, you handle this, because I've been handling it.
Let's have a look. Thank you so much for getting the opportunity. This is, again, an amazing example of how incredibly creative U-Gears are at recreating wonders of modern technology, but in the plywood. Wonderful stuff.
Now, right in the middle of there, can you see there's a gear lever?
Yes.
Okay. You might have thought the gear lever doesn't do anything.
Yes.
But it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
It goes between forward and reverse, so you can make the mechanism work in reverse as well as going forward using the gear lever in there.
Now, that is magical. You've got their drive, so to go forward, reverse, and then neutral in the middle.
Shall I show how it works?
Please do. Okay. Please do, John. Thank you.
Again, once again, there are braking systems on this to allow you to make sure that it's all locked up.
New today, this Roadster.
Okay.
As well. New today.
Also, you need to lock it while you're winding it. And where do you think the winder might be?
I'm thinking it could be the wheel at the back.
Yeah, very good. You see, you've done this before.
No.
So we simply wind things up at the back. And we've put it in drive in this instance, so it should go forward. You're going to have to move the truck.
Okay,
again.
I'll move this this truck. So I've got one of these at home, actually. I drive it at the weekends.
Pop that in the middle there. And let the brake off, and there we go.
Oh, the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So the steering works.
And the steering wheel works as well.
Yeah.
So move the steering wheel, and the steering is also articulated too. So I'm going to show you this.
There you go.
I'm going to show you this in situ as well.
There you go.
Because if we lift the bonnet up, you can see. Let's put the brake on. Again, put that in position.
What wonderful.
And I'm going to. Can we see that?
Oh, the pistons actually work, do they?
Yeah.
Up and down.
Just watch this. The intricacy of this is absolutely beautiful. This will go quite fast. You're going to build that.
Yes.
You're going to build that. That's not a model that's going to be presented to you. You're actually going to create that from the kit that is flat pack that comes through your letterbox.
And it's not £134.99, it's not £94.99, but it's £34.99, a very giftable price or a very nice treat price, a treat for yourself as well. All of this is on Flexi. If you want to spread the cost, you can do because of the Flex Extravaganza event. So order something that's over £5 and you can immediately spread the cost. This is the wonderful Roadster 772099 to order now. Stop playing, John. Stop playing with it.
There's so much to show you. I've shown you about half of what's on there.
Really, we'll have to come back and see.
You have to come back and take a look at that. The seats move forward, the doors open, both sides of the engine open, and if I show, I can't. Let's move on.
Okay, all right then. No, but we really want to. This is the wonderful big truck then, the heavy boy truck.
This is the sort of thing you see if you're out there doing Route 66 in America. You see these things in your rear view mirror. They're often incredibly shiny, aren't they? Covered in chrome. The owners love them. They polish them. They're within a millimetre of, looking like they just come out of the showroom. And this again is similar in detail to what you've come across before.
Yes.
So let's start at the front.
Yep.
And we can lift up the bonnet and we can show you there again.
So you've got the pistons again.
And everything articulated. I'm just going to turn that so you can see it a little better. There we go.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you also have this device on the side here. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
But this is a little weighted device that when it turns, it flicks. And the noise it makes when it goes a lot faster than that gives you an engine noise.
So even down to that?
Yeah, even when when the thing is moving, it's sounding... I can't claim it's like a V8 truck.
No, but it's going to be a meteor. It's going to sound like it's moving.
Yeah,
with that
and you get the same effect as well in that. So the same device is put in that. They've gone to that level of detail. I mean, this is the thing that always amazes me. Right? I unpack something new from the go. Okay, we're going to be doing this on Hochanda next week, and you take a look at it and go, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
How much detail can you pack into these things? And you could have done it so that it didn't have an engine. You could have done it so that simply you wound it up and it had a rubber band and it went and it powered the wheels.
Yeah.
But they haven't. They've gone to the nth degree to make this look absolutely stunning.
And in terms of the instructions as well, taking us through from stage 1 to the final stage in piecing it together. So clever in knowing where you start and where you end, even once it's designed, to know exactly how to put this wonderful machine together, to know what you're doing. It's all included there. You'll get those full instructions to know exactly how to do it and recreate this
the doors open and you can see inside the cab. And I'm not sure if you can see clearly enough, no, because we put it in reverse at the moment. So I'm going to, if I can, just lift it up. But there is a gear lever in there.
Okay.
And
so just come down.
Yeah. I'm just kind of trying to manoeuvre it so that you can see it.
It's easy to get to if you're doing it at home.
I'm wobbling it around.
But we're trying to show it to you.
Yeah, so it's right at the back there. There we go.
Gotcha.
And that will move forward into the forward position like that, if you want to drive it forward, or into the reverse position if you want to drive it backwards.
Just like a real 18-wheeler.
Not only that, but also in terms of the winding mechanism, that's been beautifully hidden. And again, we have a catch at the top here to allow you to take a look. To lift, so it clicks in place.
It's in the roof.
And the spare wheel.
Yeah, the spare wheel is actually the winding mechanism. Again, it's just mind-blowing.
And you look at the detail at the back here. A spade for digging yourself out of the snow.
Yeah.
It's like, do you ever watch Snow Truckers?
The Ice Road Truckers, love it.
I've got no idea why they do that. Why would you choose to do that? It's like bomb disposal, isn't it?
I think it's just extremely well paid, I think, at the end of the day. I think it has to be.
And there again, there's a locking mechanism on the side, so we can wind it up. Yeah. And it sounds tough as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got that clunkiness to it about a big truck. The detail on the mud flaps at the back, the lovely sort of petrol can.
Oh, and while you mentioned the mud flaps, again, they could have just made them so that they were hard, were stiff, which didn't move. Yeah. Look, they're flex.
Oh, they are actually laser cut as well. Yeah. So they've got the flex.
This is plywood that is flexing, designed with the laser cut there to make it a proper mud guard. This is why these things amaze me.
Are there collectors the world over then, John? There must be.
Well, there will be. I mean, you've got to remember, this is a young company.
Okay.
This is only about 4 or 5 years old, this company. It was started as crowdfunding, and initially they put the first few designs up and said, we want to start a company that's going to make these. And, of course, everyone went, wow, yes, of course, I want to be part of that. Yeah. So they were crowdfunded originally. And now, of course, they're producing something in the region of 30, 35 different models. So you've got a wealth of opportunity to continue to build if you are becoming a U-Gears fan. The models continually increase and the skill levels for what you're going to have to do at the top end as well increase. And you become, well, as you say, a U-Gears fan.
You would. You'd be a fanatic. You'd be a U-Gears expert as well. As you grow, you become really professional at building these. Having said that, if you're a beginner, go for the treasure box. We'll have a look at it again later. This is just so much fun.
We haven't got enough room to move here. But again, if you were doing this, you'll see these will all move as well.
Watch the pistons now. If you've just tuned in, you missed it earlier on, keep an eye on the pistons here.
So just put the lock on, twist it up. I'll show you very briefly because I know we have to move on. And I'll tilt it slightly so you can see.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just marvellous engineering that you're getting here. But you are the one putting this together. $63.99 plus delivery to order it, and it is the enjoyment and satisfaction of the process of putting something wonderful like this together, and then the project at the end, being able to look back at it and enjoy and keep as an ornament and something to wow your friends and family with.
I think if you put that on the mantelpiece, you put that in the display case, people would go, what's that?
You would. You cannot get away with it.
And you turn around and say, yeah, I built that.
Yeah, exactly. It's that satisfaction. 761-836, and it's on FlexiBuy as well. £32 today. Be able to say what John just said. I built that. Or can you think of somebody that would absolutely love these? Is there a family member? There must be. There's got to be a family member or a friend that you know, his birthday's coming up, or a big date in the diary where a wonderful special gift is maybe the order of the day. You know, you're looking to spend that little bit more than you normally spend, get something a little bit different to what you might normally buy to make a point.
My sister-in-law came to me and said, you know, I'm looking for some presents for a niece and a nephew, and I haven't got any idea. Have you got any ideas? I said, I've got just the thing.
I bet you do.
And she's one of these people who normally dismisses everything, you know. Yes, boring, seen that last year. And she looked at it and went, wow, I think I've just found the present that I need for them, because they're intellectual kids, they're well educated, and they've done most of the things, they've tried most of the things, they've got most of the gadgets. But of course, this isn't a gadget.
No, it's not. It's so much
This
more.
takes you away from doing what we've done all for the last 10 days, sitting indoors going like that. Get rid of the screen. Get out there and do something with your hands. Make something. And use the intellect that you have to create stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody that you can think of. If that person is you, treat yourself today. Find your U-Gears model of choice, or find the one that you know fits the bill for the person that you're thinking about here. Me and my wife, actually, John, we have an affinity. We love windmills. Whenever we know there's a windmill nearby.
You're a secret Don Quixote, are you?
We love them. We absolutely love them. And there's one on the Isle of Wight, one windmill that we said we've got to go and find that, the wonderful windmill. And this strikes a chord here. I talk about personal choices or personal gifts. This is a gorgeous example of something that is... It's historical relevance. It provides food. It looks beautiful.
Isn't it so interesting? So I was in northern France in the New Year, and if you know Normandy, you go across over, you know, on the ferry, and the moment you drive in, you'll see all these windmills facing the coast. All these huge 200-foot high windmills, and they're quite sort of enthralling, mesmeric almost, because they're all turning, and particularly because the weather was awful for New Year, so it was very foggy. And they all have white lights on, red lights on at night, white lights on during the day when it's really kind of, and the fog was emphasising this. And they all flash at the same time. And it's a bit like being in War of the Worlds, these things standing on the side. So we've gone back to windmills, haven't we? We realise the strength of the power of the wind is vital to us, and something we can utilise. And it's free. Yeah, definitely. This, of course, is much more of the old style and the sort of style that you were talking about that you enjoy. It even comes with a little Sancho Panza and a Don Quixote down here as well. And if you know anything of the story of Don Quixote, you know he spent his time tilting at windmills. You'll see a difference in the price with this one as well, because this is a little more expensive than some of the others that you've seen. But this is also unbelievably intricate. Such good value. This is just... I look at this and I've got no idea how you design something like this. There are some designers who are obviously working for U-Gears who are intellectually way superior than any other beings I have known. Clearly. I mean, I'm looking at this. This winds up in the most wonderful way. And again, at the front, I have to check that the lock is on, and the lock should move to there. So we'll put the lock on and then we'll wind it up. And this takes a little while, so bear with me while I move the little sacks of flour out the way. Those come with it, by the way. Wonderful. So as we're doing this, we're twisting the rubber bands, taking up the tension. We can see, you'll see this when you get it home, but the cogs are turning down here. The bottom cog that we're turning, the whole base is turning the cogs here, which is then feeding into the rest of the mechanism. And then very slowly, that's moving the cogs that are up at the top as well. So everything's connected literally from base to tip. Every cog is literally doing something. Wow, I mean, to get this, I know it's maybe small considered than some of our other models, but it's still, what an opportunity at $63.99. Yeah, and this is not one I would recommend as a starter model, because I think you need a little more experience to have tried this. So I'm going to take the brake off. Oh, my word. Now, we haven't wound it fully, obviously, but that's a little illustration of what happens. It releases the body of the windmill, and as the body of the windmill turns, so do the sails. Yeah, absolutely amazing. This blows my mind, this one, I have to say. And again, I think you're getting an idea of it, but until you start peering into the centre of this thing and seeing, it is nothing but gears. There is no frippery here. There is no frillage. Yes. This is everything within this windmill works. Every part, all the cogs, and although it's beautifully designed, the articulation within it, the centre of the detail is unbelievable. unbelievable.
It is.
And as you were describing it, it's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Every bit moves when you wind it up. Should we try it one more time?
Yeah, please
It takes
do.
a little while
Please
to
do,
do,
John,
so I
yeah.
apologise for that, but
No
we have
problem.
to make sure we put the lock on.
Details on the screen to get it. This is the windmill. It's 913295. After we've seen it work, we'll move on pretty swiftly. So make a note of the number now, 913295. It's 2 payments of £32, which is, when you consider the price, what you're getting back for that is a fantastic opportunity for building and creating. If you are new to U-Gears, maybe don't dip straight into the windmill, even though it does come with your instructions. Maybe start with the treasure box or buy the windmill today while it's on the FlexiBuy offer. But it is more of a U-Gears second or third foray, we would say. So let's do it then, John.
Just take the brake off.
Marvellous.
I'm useless for television, but it makes me slightly speechless.
Yeah, that's true. Even more useless for radio. Can you imagine?
This is true.
We're here, we're speechless. So order now on your windmill, 913295. If you're a Freedom member, you'll get various Freedom discounts, so you have a little look across the board. But also, if you're not a Freedom member, remember, by joining, $6.97 a month gets you unlimited standard delivery. The bike sold out last time it was on, actually. John, it's probably going to sell out again, because check the price out. I'll just take the shine away from the box for you. The bike is $14.99 plus delivery. Just a phenomenal opportunity.
And both of those prices, even the usual price.
Yes.
As I happened to be wandering around a very well-known department store during Christmas looking for presents, and I saw these on sale there. Prices you can get for here for Hochanda pale in comparison. It's good. So, and these are much better prices than you will pay if you were going to find these out.
So, given that it is such an entry-level price at $17.99, is it, in terms of skill level, could we get straight into this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, you know, we're recommending this sort of 13, 14 plus to do on your own, perhaps 11 or 12 with a little bit of help from an adult. And I've got another version of it down here that I can illustrate and show some of the things that are beautiful about it. Again, you have an articulated front wheel, of course. And I just love, we haven't mentioned the tyres actually, but you can see the way that they've done the tyres on here. Same on the truck, same on the coupe, this wonderful ridging on them. You're no mistake that this is a proper tyre. You have a stand at the back here that you can just lift up and place back in position like that, so it locks in. Yeah. And then along the side here, you've got obviously your 2 pistons, and then you've got the drive, which is run with a band at the back here, and a little lock, which we use to unlock and lock while we wind. So we'll put it in the lock position, we'll wind it up. Sorry, we'll put it in the lock position. That is a lock position.
Yeah.
Get the right one, John.
That's right. Wonderful that even the winding mechanism, the rubber bands that are inside, you know, everything is natural for that reason. We're looking at plywood here, a very strong plywood for when it's being laser cut, extremely strong, but it's also natural. And here we are with our stand up position, letting the that's fantastic. Isn't that amazing? I think, is there any more juice left in there? Let's have a look. Yes. Let's put it back a little bit and see. Ready?
Just enough.
That's amazing.
That's the beauty of rubber bands, isn't it?
But we just want it to move. That's it. It doesn't have to break any world land speed records or anything.
And yes, it's not going to, because it's not the purpose of the model in the first place. No. But you've got these beautiful twin exhaust pipes running down the back here. You've got quilting on the saddle as well. So I'll just turn it, you can see again here, quilted design on the saddle, speedometer on the petrol tank and so on. And this huge rear tyre.
That's good, that.
As you would expect from a proper speedster bike.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you? That is that's a proper bike, that is. 181449 to order now. It's going very fast indeed already. It's going to be even quicker maybe once you've got yours. $14.99 plus delivery with a £3 saving on an already really unbeatable deal, surely. It's $17.99 normally. And then it's where it all started for our show today, the wonderful locomotive that we're looking at here, John. It's again, speechless to see the detail and the design.
Yes, this is a 460 for those of you who are steam train aficionados, which is, you work it out from counting the wheels. I'm sure you knew that, Matt.
I didn't, John, I didn't. Yeah,
so you've got 4 at the front, 6 in the middle, and you've got nothing at the back, because sometimes you have wheels there. You have 3 sets of wheels on a standard steam locomotive. So this is our 460, and it has a tender at the back, which is also equally well detailed. I'm going to pick it up and take a look at, again, some of the detail that you've got in here.
So different from the engine we saw at the very start.
It is, yes. So we open up the top and we can see inside, and there is the drive mechanism for you. Not only that, but we also have opening doors either side as well. So here we go. Allow you to see inside to the cab. And our winding mechanism is right at the very back here. So this is where we've got it. You can see, and make sure the brake is on. And once we've wound it, I won't wind it fully up. And I won't put it on the track because our track is so short. Take the brake off.
You've got it, John. Mind that windmill. That's a powerful engine.
I mean, it's the simplicity of the movement is just gorgeous as well. Yeah. In fact, that's one of the things that's almost worth showing you in situ. If I hold it in my hand, take the brake off and allow you to see what happens within the vehicle itself. Yeah. So I'll take the brake off and release it from underneath my hands like that.
Marvellous. Again, everything that's happening there, the fact that the winder is connected to the cogs are then connected to the wheels, and everything is doing something. It's just, I cannot still get my head around it.
It is a spectacular piece of design. I mean, you take your hat off to the guys who've gone, OK, how do we make something? And not only that, how do we flat pack it?
Yeah, and then make it financially affordable and accessible to as many people as possible by pricing it well within that £100 barrier too. £64.99 today, plus delivery, gets you this wonderful locomotive. You get the carriage at the back as well.
I haven't even shown you the tender as well. The tender, which was where you'd store the coal, but there are opening doors as right at the front there. And then not only that, but you also have opening top as well. So if you want to put the coal in at the top, you can, and you can operate it via the lever.
Oh, again, that's another just one moment where you say, really, for £32.50 today, somebody is going to be very, very happy indeed. If you haven't placed your order yet, do choose which U-Gears mechanical model you're going for today. 668834. There is something for you, depending on skill level, depending on whether you're starting from scratch. If you are a beginner, we've got the ones that we would recommend, John, haven't we? Like the Treasure Box, for example.
Yes, I think the Treasure Box and the Motorbike are probably two of the ones that are at the simpler end, partly because they come to fruition perhaps a little earlier than some of the others. Yeah. I don't think in any of them, with the possible exception of the windmill, is there anything that's so complicated that's going to make you go, I'm really not sure I've got the level of being able to do it. But I also think when you're starting, you want to be able to build something that you go, yeah, look, now I've completed this.
To get the results, yeah.
Because if you're doing something for sort of 8, 9, 10 hours, it's going to be spread off across 2 or 3 days, maybe. There's a level of impatience, perhaps, that might begin where you say, I want to see the fruition. I want to see the reality of what I'm building. Yeah. So that's why the Treasure Box and the Motorbike are probably two of the simplest to complete. Okay. But none of these are going to be incredibly complicated. And once you've started one, once the methodology of how they're created is ingrained in you, once you've understood and made one, you'll go, I get this. I get this. This is so simple. I'm going to show you the instructions. I'm going to show you the flat pack. I'm going to get you to start pressing a few bits and pieces out.
Let's do it, John. Well, we've got a video to show you with some of the finished designs on it. Have a look at this and enjoy. just to see the marvel of the machinery there, the mechanics at work on that last video, and how these U-Gears designs work too. Details on the screen at the moment for your Roadster, which we've got right in front of us with John joining us as our guest. John, you know, justifiably so, this is a very, very popular choice. I also feel bad that we didn't get a chance to see all of the elements. You said you'd barely showed it to us.
You did. You into showing it again because this is just, I mean, I'm just going to turn it up. Take a look at the underside. And you can see the requirements of what's needed to make this work. Everything from the axle through the gearbox and so on. It is so beautiful. I love the movement on this. And I love the fact that the gear lever right in the centre there is what directs whether you're going to be in reverse or in drive. And that needs a little bit of manoeuvement at the back. There we go. So we're now in reverse. We'll make sure that we're fully locked. We'll wind. It should now go backwards.
Okay, because we're in reverse.
And there we go. Not only that, but the doors open.
Makes me smile.
The seats move forward. Not that there's an awful lot of room for passengers in the back.
No, you could keep a letter back there, maybe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as we said, the steering wheel actually does move the front wheels as well.
To get that level of intricacy, design, and I do not even know how the team begin to design something like this in 3 dimensions.
It is amazing. And I can't stop just watching the fact that they've actually made the engine work. And you can see it's a V8 engine, 4 cylinders on either side in a V shape if you're not familiar.
Yeah, V. That's just a marvel of engineering. Over a third of the stock on the Roadster has already gone. I'm not surprised.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, $34.99 is a great price for it as well. 772099. The out-of-the-box experience. Do you have a particular model that you'd like to show us the out-of-the-box experience with, John?
Whatever one comes to mind, really. We've got the Roadster here, so we might as well. We've still got the plastic on the box, so let's get rid of that for a start.
This is, and then after that, after the shrink wrap has come off, that's it. It's a cardboard box. It's plywood, and it's a wonderful, wonderful quality of wood that you're looking at here. Gives a little bit of background as we're unwrapping everything here, John. The company and the materials that they use.
So again, we're using sustainable forests, sustainable, I can't even say it this morning, sustainable wood. These are forests that are planted so that you will plant more than you harvest. Right. And that's the most important thing. We're talking about a plywood, comes from the French plier, which means to cross. And when you put grain of wood at 90 degrees to the piece that's underneath and then put another piece that's 90 degrees to it on top of that, the strength you get from it is, well, you can see how strong these
to make a proper structure.
So we're just going to make ourselves a chance to undo all of these. One instruction booklet.
Okay, there's the instructions. I'm hoping there's a few different languages in here.
You don't need languages with these.
No, you don't need languages.
You don't need languages because everything is done for you in pictures.
This is, and then you've got a little message from the U-Gears team at the front as well. Yep. Warm wishes from the U-Gears team that gives you a little bit of background. And then inside, every single page has got the diagram, has got the sheet that you need. This looks so easy to follow.
So what part are we starting with at the front here?
We're starting with one with a cog in the corner. We're starting with number one.
What we've got here.
Number 1 and number 2.
I'm just going to show you there here in detail. What we've got here on the top right-hand side is the piece, the plywood piece that you want, because we've got half a dozen or so of them here. Okay. So instead of you going, oh, I've got no idea which one it is, it actually shows you what the piece looks like and which bits you're going to press out of it.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
So let's just have a look through our pieces here, find one that matches. You can see the numbers of cogs, the beauty of how it's all been made within the frame of the piece of plywood.
I've got a feeling it's this one here. Is that a 1 there?
There's a 1 right on the top of it. So you see, you're way ahead on this one.
No, just,
See how simple it is?
Yeah.
So you're going to grab hold of that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And one behind. No, I haven't.
we're going to take out piece 5 because the first 1, 2 here are very, very small. So let's see if we can take out piece 5. I'm going to hold this for you.
Okay.
And I want you to see if you can find piece 5 again. Look at the diagram you've got
all
on
of
here.
It's guiding me up towards
guide you. It will actually show you
here.
what's what.
It's showing me number 4. It's showing me 1 here as well.
That's part 7, I think.
7. Yep.
So
and
you can see
piece number 5 is this
5.
one.
Do you want to see how easy it is to press it out?
Yeah, please. Let's oh my word, it's really natural. It just comes away. So there's piece 17. So piece number 5 is the larger one here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, is it just that one? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So it just comes away like that. Oh, it's been beautifully cut, hasn't it? So 17, I'm going to put that back there just so that I don't mislay it. But there is piece number 5. And I'm going to just put to one side piece number 42. And piece number 8 as well.
So you have to press both of those little bits out.
The tiny little ones or the main one?
The big block out. So the full circle out. And then you would subsequently press out the 2 little clips.
And then that comes out there as well.
At any point, as you're doing that, do you feel like it's going to break?
No, absolutely not. It's thick, it's strong. In fact, I said at the start, I thought, oh, I think I've got 2. I thought you'd given me 2 of these main sheets because I could feel the strength of it and the thickness of it. I didn't expect it to be like that. So that is really good quality, strong plywood.
Yeah. You can see that finding what you need and following the instructions here is so simple.
Yeah.
This is not like, you know, trying to read things, having no idea where anything is, spending half your time going, well, is it this bit? It looks a bit like that bit, I'm not really sure. Trying to line it up, looking at it with an extra light, getting your dad over to say, you know, does this bit look like that bit?
Yeah, yeah.
You can follow this. You can follow it so easily, and it's all pictorial.
It's very, very, very clear indeed. You know, no language is necessary. It's just diagrams, and the diagrams themselves are very exact. How many pieces of furniture have we put together where we've not been quite sure? But these are all shaded. You can see that, you know, when you're comparing the diagrams, there's no doubt the piece that I'm holding and the piece that I need to add to it.
I'm going to show you one more thing on the instructions, if I may, right down here. And this is the one part where you can utilise an extra tool other than what is in the box. And this is where we're talking about spindles. So we're using effectively toothpicks for spindles. And you can see here there's an indication that it might be useful to use a craft knife to cut the spindles in 2. And at the bottom, just to make sure that they move smoothly, you can coat them in a little bit of candle wax. Okay. Those are the only 2 extras, and you don't have to. But if you are such that you want to make the model ensure that it moves smoothly, and as you've seen here, once they bed in, they move a little more smoothly. But you're talking about wood moving against wood here.
Yeah, the mechanics of it.
Yeah. Exactly. So to make it move smoothly, a little bit of candle grease on some of the spindles and the axles will help you here. And possibly the use of a craft knife if you so wish to make sure that things are broken neatly or are cut neatly rather than snapped, as it were. You can snap a toothpick in half if you so wish, and I don't think anyone's going to know any better.
No.
But again, it's up to you about how you want to complete it, and if you're worried that you've got a younger person doing them, that's a little job that you hand to the adult. Yeah,
well, the Roadster, do you mind passing it to me, John, actually? You're so sorry to ask. There we go. This half the stock is already gone, and what we've been showing you here, thank you, by the way, is all of the parts and the instructions to make the Roadster. Half the stock now gone. You've got the bonnet that opens, so you can see your V8 engine.
And both sides of the bonnet as
well. Both sides, sure. There we are. You've got your wonderful headlamps there. You've got the seats that go forward and back. You've got your gear mechanism. The gear shifter goes reverse, neutral and drive. The steering wheel works, the wheels at the front move, and then the winder is at the back as well. And then I'm sure there was something else that you have. Yeah, the underside of it. Again, I thought that was phenomenal when you showed that earlier, John. I think it's just a
It gives you an idea of the intricacies to make it work. And the gearbox mechanism is actually at the back here, so that when you shift it, you've got the axle running right down the middle as well. Magic. So that turns when you... I mean, again, there's so many things to be able to show you. The articulation and the suspension on the wheels, you know. There is movement there that it actually allows you to you have to press it, really. It's harder to show you.
Magical. This is $34.99 plus delivery. To order it now, 772099. When we last checked about 5 minutes ago, half the stock had already gone on it. We've got a picture to show you, actually. This is from Sue. Now, her husband actually has put this together.
Oh, wow.
What love. She says, amazing detail is the feedback from there. This must be a very, very popular model, is this Erling boat. Best model he's ever made, says.
We did this on the last Hochanda show. Right. And this was, again, one of the perhaps more intricate parts because there's quite a bit of rigging to put into this. But Steve, You've done that beautifully.
Yeah.
You've done that worthy, as very worthy of you gears.
Yeah. I mean,
and it looks amazing for you to see somebody who's made that. Congratulations. Take my hat off to you.
Yeah, me too. Friends and family must come round and absolutely be jaw-droppingly amazed at that.
And Steve, I'd suggest if you built that, try the windmill.
Windmill,
Try the windmill, because it's of a similar level of complexity. There's more to it. It'll take you a little bit longer, but you're obviously a U-Gears aficionado.
Yeah, well, Sue's husband, thank you so much, Sue, for sending that through and on that message and that picture. It's incredible. 772-099 for the Roadster there. Also, we have loads more models to choose from with John guesting with us today. 3 brand new ones today. And the treasure box, amazingly, you might think, oh, gosh, it looks amazing. I wish I had the level of confidence and ability to do this. You're telling us today, John, this is an entry-level starter kit, as it were.
Well, I would say entry-level. It's one of the simpler ones.
Yeah.
Partly because it has no drive to it. So it is purely working on the gears and the cogs. But the real beauty of the treasure chest is the secrecy behind it, because once it's built, only you know how to extract the key and how to open it.
And you can see it from this video here now. And the mechanism for it.
Watch the gears on the side. Watch the gears, because they are operating the mechanism to lift the roof. And inside, you can keep your favourite objects or your most secret objects.
Yeah, and just to amaze people with it and say, can you open it? You know.
It is one of those little tests, you know, and when you've got a little more knowledge than somebody else, when you know something they don't, it's always fun. It's a bit like a card trick, isn't it? You go, how did you do that?
Yeah, don't ever let on until. £34.99 plus delivery. It's a £7 saving you're getting on it today, so it's a great first ever kit.
You see that kaleidoscope as well as you twist the top there?
Yeah, the movement on it. We could watch it all day, but you will be able to when you own it. And you can see the little trinkets and pieces of jewellery inside, whatever you decide to keep in it. 717468 to order it now, thanks to a £7 off. We'll do a very quick recap on everything. If you've just tuned in, we will make this the golden 5 minutes for you to see everything on the show. And remember, of course, John is back at 3 o'clock this afternoon also for our follow-up show. The horse, John.
Yes. Yes, the model horse, which actually will move, and I'm so sorry we're not able to show you that right now, but we will be doing it on future shows. It's a brand new model. It's, you know, this is one of the latest designs that's straight out of Ukraine, because that's where U-Gears comes from.
U-Gears
stands for Ukraine. And the intricacy of making something that is natural move as opposed to the mechanical things that we've already seen. So, you know, there's an understanding that cars and trucks and trains and so on all move, but how do you make a horse move? If you're already into the U-Gears ideas, you're already starting to make them, have a go at this.
Yeah,
I really think you'd find this an unusual and very original piece of model making.
It's great to have a choice today, you know, whether you are into the mechanicals, the industrial side of maybe an engine, or the natural world of the beauty and the movement of a horse. There's a choice for you or your friend that you're buying for. £34.99 plus delivery, 269-343. And then the carriage here, marvellous little nod to the stagecoach, nod to history and the history of transport.
Yeah,
it's
the Pony Express. And, you know, that was how the post was transferred across the USA to begin with, before the railroad took over. But this was the stagecoach age, and this is what we have created in replica form. Not only that, but it also moves as well. There is a drive mechanism that is done underneath, and not only that, you have the beauty of these fabulous strapped-on containers at the top, these trunks into which you put various items, and another one at the back as well. Yeah. Just to look at the detail on it, you can see where you'll be sitting, where you can put your feet, the horses and the movement of the wheels, the fact that the doors open as well. £31.49, including your postage. On Freedom today, you can get that with your saving. If you're not a Freedom member, it's £34.99. Extended deliveries coming from the Ukraine, 923, 17th of January is your dispatch date, 923-117 to order it now. It's, again, it's magical to see these things actually working as well. Quick look at the Roadster, because it's been so popular. Last time we checked, like I say, half the stock had gone on it. And the Roadster, a typical choice here would be, and a good starter kit as well. Yes, I mean, I think, again, it's perhaps one of the more complicated models, but you've seen from the instructions when you looked at it, it's not difficult to follow.
Yeah.
And if you've got a little bit of model making experience and you've already done some of the other ones, perhaps the ones that use the non-natural plastics.
Yeah.
You know, this is the beauty of what these are made of. These are all natural. There is no glue. There are no nails. There's no paint. You make this from what you press out of the plywood flat pack that's all been laser cut, and you can see, you tried it, you see how easy it is to press anything out. And I should also add something I haven't said, that is, if you do by any chance break anything when you're making any of these models, just contact UGES, they'll send you the new part.
So lovely, so lovely.
And the other rule of thumb, incidentally, for model makers, which Steve, with that beautiful boat that he made, will already know, is if you're trying to press something together and it doesn't go, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. So
go back, look at the instructions again, and you'll see that you're putting it in the wrong way round.
Yeah,
That's
so trust the model.
Absolutely, because it's laser cut. Yeah. And when you cut something with a laser design, you know the precision is so accurate.
Yeah, it has to be. I've had laser eye surgery. It better be accurate.
You're still wearing glasses, though.
Yeah, I know, because do you know why? It was 10 years ago and age has set in. Yeah, I know. 772099. I proudly threw away my glasses after having it as well, and now just because, I don't know. So you've got your Roadster.
Can you get your money back?
No. 34.99 plus delivery with a 70% of the stock already gone on it. The heavy boy.
You know, I love this.
Yeah, it's good.
I really love this because this is just such a wonderful recreation of those trucks. And you know, we know American cars have changed over the years, but the trucks haven't.
Yeah, the trucks
were designed like that in the 60s. They're designed like that now as well.
Yeah. Magic. It's 63.99 rather. 761836. It's £32 today, and then £32 next month. Spread the cost on FlexiBuy. Indeed, do that with everything. Use FlexiBuy on everything you're ordering today, because it is the Flextravaganza event where anything over £5 you can spread the cost on. 761836. We've got about 90 seconds here, John. Just to mention about the bike. This is an ace price. Guess the price before it comes in. £17.99 usually. Today, £14.99.
What's happened when you take the brake off too early, you see?
Oh, I see. Did it go? Yeah.
There we go.
Ready.
Right.
That's amazing, the fact that it works.
I don't spend enough time winding it, that's
it works.
You carry on with that, I'll make this work before the end of the program.
OK, John. It worked, it's fine. Look, we don't want to go 60 miles an hour. It's just the proof that it moves. That's all that you need when your friends see these at home. The proof that the wheels turn, the gears work, and it's actually a working model that you've got hold of today. Marvellous works. £3 off today for £14.99. You can get yours. It's 181449. To get it. John, you are back at 3 p.m. this afternoon.
I will be, yes.
Thank you so much for everything you've seen today. Wonderful. It's been just an incredible journey, hasn't it? An enlightening journey through some of the designs from UGears, with over 30 designs, I believe you said.
More than 30 now, yes.
30. So we've only seen a little snapshot here, but I'm sure that you've seen something that you or a friend or a family member is going to adore. Place that order, make the model, and wow friends and family. John, we shall see you at 3.
Will do.
OK. We shall look forward to it. Place that order, look at the web, phone up. But either way, we'll meet John again at 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See you.
We've got Ali's Stitchy Fingers coming up now. The Creative Expressions One Day Special with Lisa Horton is in an hour. And Lynette Jasper is joining us later from Craft Body as well. So stay tuned.
Hi there, let me introduce you to the Hochanda app. This is our free app that allows you to watch Hochanda live, on the go, anywhere, anytime, and purchase items featured on air, giving you a quicker and easier method of shopping using your mobile phone or tablet whilst watching us anywhere, and it's free. You can find Hochanda by simply accessing your iPhone's App Store or Android through Google Play, typing in Hochanda into the search bar and downloading. Once downloaded, this places Hochanda onto your home screen for easy access. Then simply tap the Hochanda icon to access Hochanda anytime via the app. Once open, you'll notice the current live show will automatically appear. If you turn your phone or tablet on its side, the live stream automatically becomes full screen. But that's not all. At the top of the app, you have 4 icons. The first icon is Live. Here you will find the live stream along with all the items featured in the current show. The next one is TV Schedule, where you'll be able to access the past month shows, catch up and purchase any items featured at the tap of a button. The third one is Your Search, where you can search our entire website for any items you've seen on Hochanda. The fourth button, currently this should be empty, but we can soon rectify that. When you add an item to your basket, you'll be asked if you wish to continue shopping or go directly to your basket for checkout. Once you reach your basket, you'll notice it is very similar to our website, where you can choose different postage methods as well as applying any current voucher codes. Simply agree to the terms and conditions to check out securely. Log in with your account using your registered email and password. Hochanda Go will automatically detect if you are a Freedom member and will deduct your postage accordingly. Also on this screen, you can select your delivery and billing address. Once these have been selected, tap Checkout Securely. This takes you through to the payment page. Here you can make your preferred payment selection. Then once this has been selected, simply tap Submit Order and your item will be on its way. The Hochanda app. Download it now, watch live and order anywhere, anytime, on the go.
Threaders fabric adhesive sheets layer up and bond fabrics with these double-sided sheets. These sheets can also be used with the Gemini machine and Threaders dye range. Ideal for applique as it keeps small pieces of fabric stuck down, making it easier to sew. To add these items to your order, please check out www.hochanda.com.